Sunday, Funday, here again. With our bags in hand, we begin. Shopping spree till we can't stand. Time to craft with thread and pen. Got some fabric, colors bright. Patterns that will bring delight. So until the morning light, everything just feels so right. Show a heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun. Cut and stitch and start anew. Every project something new. Thread the needle, pull it through. Nothing we can't ever do. Bright and bold or soft and sweet. Every piece they'll want to meet. So in dreams we can't retreat. In our world so incomplete. Show our heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun. And start anew. Every project something new. Thread the needle, pull it through. Nothing we can't ever do. Show our heart to everyone. Craft into the day is done. Sewing up a storm of fun. Sunday's never been so fun.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. I'm trying to get this light situation. I know it's got something to do with those two overhead lights, but it looks like it's piercing down on me. Yeah, I was on mute. So welcome in everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, let's see. Let's go back up to the top. Smurfs Creations, Shay Shay, Miss Joy, Miss Karen, Miss Chrissy, Miss Linda, Miss Jennifer. Welcome in, welcome in. So, how's everybody doing today? Well, some of you may or may not know, but I like to travel. So, I am on the road right now. And later on, we'll talk about where I am and I'll talk about some fabrics and things that I've seen since I've been here and all that kind of stuff. So, how's everybody's Sunday going? Everybody doing okay? One of the things I wanted to talk about today was embroidery. And, there's a lot of stuff like when you are deciding to start embroidering and doing your business and all of that kind of stuff, it becomes a task. So it's very, very important that you understand as you're doing your embroidery and all those things. Hey, Miss Ann, welcome in. Oh, Miss Jennifer says she finished her quilt. That is awesome. Um, oh, and Miss Chrissy says she finished her bosom buddy. Now that I think the bosom buddy, if I'm not mistaken, was a free pattern, right, Chrissy? That someone gave for maybe by Annie gave for one of the for breast cancer awareness. Miss Joy says she's just now getting into embroidery world, still learning, watching out of tutorials. Yes, so it's one of those things. Hey, Miss Linda Gray, welcome in, welcome in. It's one of those things. Miss Ann says she just finished a T-shirt quilt and delivered it. Congratulations! Yes, by Annie. Okay, thank you, Miss Linda. So we have a lot. Like there's certain things that you have to make sure that you have, and there are things that you can use starting out. There are things that you can do. Like I know one of Miss Linda's favorite things is to go and look at, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. It is embroidery time for Christmas, Miss Ann. So one of the things I think it's important to know is that we can we can take our time. Like when you're trying to do embroidery, one of the things, first step is do not overcommit, because once people find out that you know how to do embroidery and you know Christmas is coming up, they're going to want to drop off something they bought, something they did, something they found somewhere to get you to embroider it. So you have to be very careful with that if you are new to embroidery and you haven't necessarily been embroidering on all types of garments. It makes a difference. So be careful with that, because as the holidays come up, people will be like, "Oh, don't you have an embroidery machine? And don't you think you can do this for me?" So they want to get personalized gifts. Everyone loves personalized gifts. Now, my first Christmas doing embroidery, I actually did 150 beanies. So beanie caps are something that people love to give as a gift, and they love having them personalized. So that's a good thing. Hey, Miss Mary. So yeah, it's one of those things that people really like to have personalized. And so there is also some things that you want to stay away from. So, if you have not tried a hat yet on your machine, you should try it. Try a hat before somebody asks you to put embroidery on a hat. And I have a video. If you go look in the Embroidery 101 section of the channel, you'll find a video on how to do hats. And I talk about stabilizing them and all of that stuff. So, yes, thank you, Miss Linda. So, guys, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, because I'm not disclosing any information until we have those thumbs up out there. And I know Miss Linda's going to be paying attention to how many thumbs up we have and the number of people we have in the room. So please, please, please hit the thumbs up. Okay, so back to embroidery. So when you are looking for starting your embroidery business and all that, and I'm going to tell you, thread is an important thing. So understanding the thread that your machine likes becomes important, because sometimes you can buy thread, but it is always breaking. You're always having a problem with it. While it could be the needle, once you find that thread that your machine actually likes, and no, 9 times out of 10, it is the thread that they use to test that machine with. And it could also be, hey Patrice, hey Craftable Things. So it could also be the needles that you're using. So understanding how they tested your machine, because when they test the machines right out of the factory, those machines are calibrated for that type of needle and that type of thread. So it's very important for you to understand the thread that your machine will like, because not all machines will like all threads. Like I know that my brother, one needle, does not like some of the threads. But that Floriani thread, my brother loves it. My red line loves it. Same for Madeira. So you just have to go through the process of understanding what thread and needle, because while there are Schmidt's needles, which I love those, they actually work really well with my Juki. My Juki love Schmidt's. It can work with Oregon sometimes. Sometimes those heavier needles for Oregon, it doesn't like, but it likes the Schmidt's needles. So same with my brother embroidery machines. They absolutely love Oregon needles. And so it just depends on the machine. So it doesn't hurt. Sometimes you can go and look in the manufacturing testing results, and it'll tell you what they tested the machine with. And 9 times out of 10, it's the same stuff they send you or give you in your starter packet. Now, if you got your machine from like if you bought it offline or bought it from someone else or it was gifted to you, then you may have to do a little research, go into some of the groups, and people can help you. They may be able to tell you what kind of thread is working for them if they have the same machine and all that kind of stuff. So it's very, very important to understand the thread. Now, when you start your embroidery business, um, having thread again is very important. Now, understanding that for threads, the higher the number, the thinner the thread. Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. The higher the number, the thinner the thread. So if you are using a 40 weight thread versus a 50 weight thread, 40 weight is common. 50 weight is also a common one that quilters use. So if you're using 40 and 50 weights, the 40 weight is the thicker thread versus the 50 weight. Um, so the higher the number, the thicker the thread. Now, you do have some specialty threads, industrial machines. Now, that numbering system is a little bit different. So, for tech threads, if you're doing handbags and things like that, and you have those industrial sewing machines, that's when the tech threads come into play. So, that is very important. Now, making sure that whatever thread, and I like Floriani. The sheen is amazing. And I also like Madeira and Glide. Like those are my top two go-to threads. Now, for my quilting stuff, I like Quilter Select threads. I also can use all of my other threads in there too, but and most of the time I'm using cotton. So that's a whole different thing. And so superior threads have great cotton threads and things like that. So you just have to understand because again, your machine is going to dictate what needle and thread that it likes. Because, like, for example, my long arm also likes organ needles, also uses Fabrico and superior threads. Now, there are a lot of companies out there that are doing all cool things with threads. So, if you want to buy, there's a new Candle thread. I think Candle's the new company. I've never tried them, but I've heard they're a good company and has great thread. Hey, my thing is buy some, see if you can get a sample, try it out on your machine. I wouldn't buy the whole collection yet until you've tried it on your machine. So be mindful of that as you're looking at, getting colors, because one of the things that I know to be true is that people will ask you for a color and then you have to actually show them, okay, they say, I want to use a purple. Okay, you want purple on this. Now, here's my suggestion. Do not give people more than four choices. Like, let me tell you, people, because we all know that if you have purple, there is 25 different purples. So, if you have a customer that wants a specific color, ask them what the color is. If they show you something, if they don't know, then Um, yes, the more choices it makes more confusion. So I never give people more than four options. At sometimes it's three. It depends on. So based on how I've talked to you and I'm listening to what you're asking me for, you may get three. Because if you're having a problem telling me exactly what it is that you want, you're going to have a problem deciding on what color you want. So I'm just going to narrow it down. Here are the three options that you have. And if they're not local to me, I will take a photo in well lit area with a sticky note, one, two, three, and put those threads so that they can select the threads. Now, it is important that you understand too what colors you have. So because of the fact that I hate these lights, the lights are killing me here. Um, so let's see. Sorry for the movement. Is that better? Mm, no. Okay. All right. So I apologize. I'm in a hotel room and the lights are doing some things. have I'm seeing if I just tried to reconnect. Let's see if you guys can hear me now. Okay, can you see me now? All right, great, great, great. Thanks, Miss Jennifer. Okay, sorry about that, guys. They evidently had maintenance going on, or they have maintenance going on, or something like that. Okay, so thank you all for hanging in there with me. Again, I apologize. So, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. We were talking about thread and needles and your machines, and um, I did see that Miss Joy said she has a new embroidery machine. So hopefully she'll get that out and start playing with it at least. Um, I'll keep my on here what I'm watching. Okay, okay. All right, Miss Ann. Um, so one of the other things that I wanted to talk about too, and with embroidery is, making sure. Oh, you don't have an embroidery machine. Okay, you're looking to get one. Okay, okay. So she's looking to get an embroidery machine. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Denzel. So I think it's important to also make sure that as you start doing things, thread is important, stabilizer is also important, and making sure you at least have some basics, which are tear away, cut away, and either heat away or water soluble. And that is because it's almost Christmas time. People will ask you about towels. I got an order for towels the other day, and they want towels. You have to have towels. Sean, I ordered candle thread, but haven't used it yet. It's a step up from my Amazon thread. Well, look, try it out, see what you like. I heard it was good. I mean, I know a lot of people that use it, so I'm neither here nor there. But my machines love Floriani and Madeira and Glide, so that's what we sticking with for now. Because here's what I don't do. I am not changing my thread type in the heat of or the high season. This is Christmas is considered high season. Um, so what you have to do is make sure that you're not changing your thread when you know your stuff already works with what you have. I'm not changing my thread during high season. So I will wait till I have some downtime and then maybe test and maybe get a sample of it, something like that. So, all right, guys, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. I apologize for our technical difficulties because I am traveling. But one of the other things I wanted to talk about was as you travel and you're looking for things, you can get inspiration from everywhere. Like there are just things that you see every day that you can get inspiration from. Um, what Miss Jennifer say? She has Metro Thread for her single needle. You know what? Metro Thread actually came with my red line. I've never used it. It's still in the box because I'm such a Floriani Madeira girl. So yeah, I never used it. But it did come with my other one. So, oh, Miss Ann has 4 embroidery machines. Yes, Miss Joy, that is definitely a blessing. Um, okay, Miss Jennifer says and got Amazon for multi. Okay. So hey, you have to do what works because I'm telling you, you have to make sure that you understand your machine because that is important. Um, so thank you guys. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you all for hitting the like button. Really appreciate that. So one of the things Chrissy says she has 2 single needles and 1 multi needle. See, and I have what do I have? 2 multi needles and 1 single needle. And so it's important also when you're looking for machines that you purchase the machine that you can afford with the largest hoop size. That is a thing. Because once you start embroidering, you'll figure out you want to do bigger things, and then you just have to purchase what you can afford, but make sure it's the hoop size. So research is the name of the game for looking at that. And there's so many different machines that are out there that do the job, um, and you will just notice. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's technology in a lot of them. There are ones that are industrial, and the industrial machines. The major difference between an industrial machine and an at-home multi needle, which I kind of consider my brother 10 needle an at-home multi needle, but it's still semi-industrial. So the reason why I consider it an at-home machine is because brother, I can actually have somebody come to my house and service it. Um, or you can actually take it into a brother dealership. Now, for my red line and for a lot of the other larger machines, they will train you on your machine. So most of the companies do a couple of days training on the machines. For Redline, you go down to El Paso and they train you on the machine, or they can come to you and train you on the machine. So for other companies, they do the same thing. You get trained on those machines, but you are also trained to maintain those machines as well. Because I'm gonna tell you, I had a hard time when my timing went out on my red line, and I actually did it. I changed it. I got it done. But that timing thing is something. So I had a needle break. My needle broke, jammed into the little housing where the bobbin sits. Well, if that gets off, that sets off your timing, which means your machine is no longer aligned to effectively move your needle up and down, and you can break multiple needles that way, because timing is literally the setting of your rotary, which is the inside housing of where we put our bobbin. It's called the rotary. So you have your rotary in there, and then you also have the way it moves. So it has a little opening, and it's so tiny. If that thing is off, it craps the needles. It does all kinds of stuff. It is, Miss Jennifer, let me tell you. So, but you have to have it perfectly set to make sure the timing is there. But I was able to do it, and um, I I actually um, I actually ended up like fixing it myself. So I was able to fix it. It took me a couple of days, but it was the smallest turn that did the trick. So like literally. But it's one of those things of understanding your machine as well. So you got to understand your machine. All right. Am I still frozen, Miss Mary? Guys, can you hear me? And I apologize. I didn't realize this internet was going to be this crappy today. Um, and where I am is actually Monday morning. Okay. So, all right. So here's one other thing. I'm gonna ask Miss Linda to check for me. I see 12 people on the live. How many thumbs up do we have so far? Because I can't see it. Do we have 12? Can we match? Can we get at least 10? Are we in the ballpark, Chrissy? Where we at? So I have a couple things I want to share with you all. I have been shopping just a little bit. I went walking around the city, been to some fabric stores, seen some really cool things. Okay, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what I will do is I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully I'll be able to show you guys this thing. So, okay, I'm going to share my screen, and Then I apologize. I'm not frozen. I'm just stopping to make sure that my screen is coming up. Um, oh, come on. There we go. All right. So I did a little walking around. I I've been doing a whole lot of walking around and stuff like that. But I wanted to share with you guys a couple of the things that I actually found. So I found some really cool material, but these fabric stores, oh my word. When I tell you that these fabric stores are something else, they are something else. And so I'm going to show you that now. So I have been walking around the Philippines, and here's what we got. So they're working on Christmas right now. So it is Christmas over here. They are doing all the things. But when I tell you these stores are packed, like that, those shelves, like there's so much going on. Um, and so the fabric stores are absolutely amazing. And they started Christmas here in September. So now look at that embroidery in the middle. So anytime I was seeing embroidery, I'm picking up colors. By the way, Honey says hello. Look, Honey took a picture from her sitter and they sent it to me for Halloween. Tell you that, I mean, the fabric store, that fabric goes down around a corner and over, like so much fabric. So much fabric. Craziness. Like a lot of fabric. I'm gonna go back to this screen before this because guys, you just have to understand this fabric. I mean, it's so much. Oh, so let me take it back to here. This one right here. Fabric store. Overwhelming. Do you see those rolls of fabric? I mean, they don't have bolts. They got some bolts on the wall, but the rolls of fabric were like as tall as I am, 5 feet. Or I mean, they were tall. They were tall and thick and heavy, and I mean, oh my word, so much and beautiful fabrics, beautiful fabrics. So the one thing that I did learn here, um, I did find some cottons. They did have people are really, really, can you ship that to your home? You know what? I don't know. I'm not even trying to. I just got a couple of pieces for me that I liked. And yes, it is very, oh my God, cheaper. Yes. So I think the least expensive one was $3 a yard. $3 a yard. Now, Miss Joy, I did not run across any rhinestones, but let me show you what I did run across. Hold on, I'm gonna take this off the screen. Let me switch back over. I'm gonna stop sharing. Um, and give me 1 second here. Was these I'm still trying to figure out Miss Ann says she don't need no more fabric. I ran across like these, it's like a silver decor on this piece of it's almost like a what is this thing called? It's almost like something you would use for like a handbag or something, but you can also use this as an embellishment or something like that of this. And they had them in different widths and sizes. So you see that green and black, and it's the tiny ones. So she said, I hope you get some cards that you can order. So now here's the thing. I'm going to find out because I have an appointment with here today. Um, but I'm going to go over there in a little bit. Um, and they, I'm going to find out about their shipping and things like that. Now, the problem is have that stuff cataloged where you can actually order it online, right? Because you saw how that warehouse looked, right? I don't even know how they find stuff, but they do. So I'm gonna show you a couple of pieces that I actually bought. So I bought me some of this because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we're gonna find something. And you guys know Christmas is coming up, and you all are aware that I am a Grambling fan. So I did buy this. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Looks like Christmas to me. So I bought that. The stripes caught my eye, I have to say. It was the stripes. The stripes caught my eye. Now, one of the things that I did learn about over here, when I tell you they have zippers, but the zippers are all the very heavy, um, they are very heavy and they are metal. So, like, really heavy. I didn't buy one, but I might get one today. Um, and so I also bought this. So I can see myself doing some stuff with with those two. Um, so yeah, so what I will tell you to do, because I do plan on doing kind of a vlog like I did with the India trip, because I have so many photos. And I took, a lot of up close and personal pictures of the fabrics that I saw. They had lots of things for kids. The ribbons, Miss Chrissy, oh my goodness. They had ribbons galore. It was amazing. So I will be posting a vlog once I get home um, in the next day. But the blog will probably be later on this week. So I will post some more pictures and I will take some more pictures today. But it's amazing. So you guys know as I travel, I do go look for things that we could potentially use. Now, I did find straps. I only bought one. And y'all, the strap it wasn't, it was like, okay, so over here, $1 equals 58 pesos. So 58 pesos. This ribbon was 3 pesos per yard. Like 1, 2, 3, not 58. Excuse me, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know, like 2 cent a yard, 3 cent. I was like, wait, what? So yeah, yeah. The cords. I know Miss Linda's gonna get me because I probably should have bought the whole roll, but I did not. I probably could have got that whole roll for $1. Um, but yeah, it is crazy. The pricing is really good. So I will check on those. I didn't even ask about I did not ask about the zippers, but I probably should have, just because those metal zippers, they are weighted, they are heavy. Then, so what they don't have, we love these fancy zipper pulls. Nope, they're keep it standard. We're gonna use this zipper pull. That's what it is. So yes. And Chrissy said she could have gone shopping. Yes, I know. Look, less than $1 a yard, like way less, because $1 is 58 pesos. This was only three. So yes. I want some zippers by a yard. Look, they had them on the rolls. They had those heavy zippers. Let me just tell you. Just say you'll be there all day. Look, I was trying my best not to stay in that store all day. Like, oh my goodness. She said, we need zippers. I will check it out and see how much they cost, and I'll let you know. But it's been a really good trip. The time difference since you guys um, fell forward. Wait, yeah, fall, fall back, spring forward. Okay, so since you all are like I mean, it's Monday here, Monday morning. You guys are still on Sunday night. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But I tell you, I will check out the zippers, Chrissy, and I will let you know about those. There's one place here that's just a lace store. It was beautiful. Like the lace was immaculate. I mean, yeah, just says 7:45 here. Yep, it's 8:45 a.m. here on Monday morning. So I'm in the future. Just thought that was a cute little joke. I'm rolling in the future right now. And time will stand still literally when I travel back because I leave on that day and like leave Tuesday, get home Tuesday. So it's like literally time stands still when I'm coming back to the States. But yeah. Yes, it would be a good idea for bags. Yep. Yep. Would be a good idea for bags. I didn't really think about that. But yes, you're right, Chrissy. So it's important to understand your embroidery, threads, needles, what your machine likes. But it's also important that as you travel, check out other places, see what's going on in those places because you never know. You could potentially go to a Joann's or like Walmart was getting rid of all that fabric or whatever. Those are things that you could use to test out designs, to test tension, to do any of those things. So you should have some sample material that you use for testing out designs and things like that. And when in doubt, you can always just um, run a stitch out on some stabilizer. Like, you don't even have to have material. You can just run it on stabilizer, especially if you have um, a pretty good, what's it called? A cutaway, a heavy enough cutaway. That's a good idea, Chrissy. Google the area, map it out. Yes, to see what's there. And sometimes people don't understand. So when you Google things and you're in different locations, you look for fabric stores, you look for quilt stores because everybody's not going to have like some sewing stores will call themselves a sewing store, but then you have some that'll say, we're a sewing store, but they also go by a quilt store and they have fabric. So you can also say a fabric store near me, stuff like that. Miss Linda, let's see, Miss Ann says, yes, I gave scraps galore to practice. Yes, ma'am, your scraps are a great thing to use for practicing. So that's a really good thing as well. All right. I think that's all, but stay tuned because I have lots of things. Oh my God. Let me just tell you the ideas have been flowing since I've been here. Um, and I need to go eat some breakfast before it gets too late. And because they have an amazing breakfast bar. Again, like I did when I went on my India trip, I will bring you all along. I will put a vlog out there so you'll be able to see. I did everything from the hotel room to this hotel. I've stayed in this hotel before. I love it. Um, and this isn't my first time here, but I actually really like the area and all that. So I'll take you on a walk. Again, it's Christmas over here, so that's why in the video you saw the Christmas decorations. So they start Christmas in September. Now they did have Halloween, so it was kind of weird in the malls, and their malls are not like our malls because their malls are 4 and 5 levels of malls, and then there's the Mall of Asia that is the largest mall in Asia. It is massive. Like, oh my God. I think I only did a third of the mall and was like, I'm out of here. I was tired. It's like, let me, no, no, no. It was a lot. It was a lot. So, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me this Sunday, fun day. And it's Sunday, fun day, Monday for me. But I think that's going to be it for now. I will be putting up, like I said, a vlog later of the trip so that you guys will get to see that. But I also, oh my God, let me tell y'all, stay tuned because I did a thing that we have been talking about. It is something you can do with just white embroidery thread. So I mix sublimation and my embroidery, and it absolutely worked. So stay tuned. I'll put a little short out there so you guys can see what happened. I did this before I left the house because I was definitely trying to make sure that we had some good content while I was out here gallivanting around working in other places. So, I don't think I have anything else. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. And I'm getting ready to go get my Monday morning started. So have a great day. And I will probably put that post up a little later on today with the when sublimation meets embroidery thread. But let me tell you something. I got published this week in a magazine called Laser Focus, and it was about how I incorporate my laser with embroidery and with my quilting because applique, it is so easy to cut tackle, twill, and things like that out with our lasers. So I wrote an article about all of that, and it got published in the magazine. So I'm excited about that. And if I had to say so myself, the article read pretty good. So if you haven't checked it out, I have it in the community tab on a post. So please check it out. It's a free magazine, so you don't have to worry about paying for anything. But it definitely talks about some things that we can do with embroidery. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm so glad you did today. And I'm glad my internet finally started working. I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier, but sometimes when you're in these other countries, things happen like that. So, but we just roll on because that stuff could happen at the house too. So, never know. But all right, guys, have a great rest of your week and stay tuned because I will definitely be posting some more about this trip and all of that. So have a great rest of your evening, and I will talk for. Okay, Chrissy, I got you, girl. I'm gonna look at the zippers. I will let you know what I find. Okay, I will take some pictures because they had some nice ones. And let me just stress the fact that I said heavy. These are zippers that our domestic machines will don't stitch through that thing. Needle break, machine stuck, like all the travesties. This is the one that you're gonna sew down the side. You will not be crossing across that zipper because it's metal. Look, Miss Linda to my no, Chrissy. Look, I will check out the zippers. I will take some photos. I may even buy a couple because they are super heavy. And I will definitely find out if they ship to the US. Now, I do know it does take a long time for some things to ship to the US, which is why people just bring stuff back with them. And by the way, I brought me an extra bag just in case. So I am prepared to bring me some stuff back. but because it's so cheap. But yeah. So I think we're good for now. I appreciate you all for being here and hanging out with me on your Sunday. Chrissy said I'm patient. Look, I get it. I get it. I get it. Hey, it's one of those things though. Let me tell you, hands absolutely down. I have lived in a lot of countries. I have worked in a lot of countries. This area, the Philippines, the people are the most humble. They are super nice. I mean, you just can't ask. Talk about hospitality. I think I have really good Southern hospitality. These people are hospitality is on a whole different level. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Yep, yep. Oh, hey, hubby, tell your husband I said hello. Um, so yes, so I will check it out, Chrissy. I will not forget. And I will let you know what I find. And I'll post the picture. I'll post the picture on the community tab so everybody can see it. So, all right, guys, you all have an amazing day. Well, evening, and I'll have an amazing day. Okay. What she said, he said, hey, and be safe. I will, I will, I will. So I will talk with you all later. And go sew something, while I can't. But well, hold on. Wait. Let me show y'all something. So this is what I brought on the plane with me. And by the way, so TSA allows you can have a little pair of scissors. So these were on the plane with me. Um, they have a limit, and everyone is not the same. So I brought my little sashiko. So I brought my sashiko because I was going to try to embroider by hand. And I don't know if Patrice is still here. I saw her doing some type of knitting almost. I don't know what that was. I think it was some type of embroidery on her channel the other night. I was watching. I think I'm, but this you have a thicker piece of thread, and you actually are in hand embroidery. And so I'm learning the different types of hand. Oh, punch needle. That's right, Shay Shay. Okay, thank you. So I'm learning the different types of stitches that you can do with hand embroidery. Now, look, I was on a flight. These people did not have internet on the flight. So, and I had already understood that it could and may not have that. So I was like, well, you know what? I can learn something while I'm there. It is truly an embroidery thread. It's just thicker. And so you take the one piece of the thread and you split it into two, and it becomes this. And so the eye of this needle is pretty big, but you're literally hand stitching around the object that's there. So it helped me pass some time while I didn't, was falling asleep trying to get on the time zone before I got here. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I didn't get far. This is all I did. Epic fail because I fell asleep. I fell asleep. But I'm gonna try it on the way back. We'll see what happens. I'll keep y'all posted. But I did bring it with me, and it came on the plane. My little scissors made it. So we will see. TSA let me be great going back. Um, I'll post a picture of how far I get. But I mean, no promises. I just brought it with me to learn something new. So it's always good. Learn something new when you got some downtime. And a couple hours on a plane, you got some downtime. So that's it for now. Again, thank you all for joining me on Sunday Funday. And so yeah, I'm gonna see. We're gonna see Miss Linda. Um, so we'll see. I've been looking for some thimbles, but I haven't found anything yet. I want to find a really funky, cool thimble, but I haven't found one yet. So my eyes are still open. I'm still looking. Well, all right, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will talk to you later. But stay tuned. Come back, check us out. Don't forget, if you're new to embroidery, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking, subscribing, and all the things. I really appreciate it. And if if you want to learn more about lasers, embroidery, and all the other things I do around this camp, because when I get back home, it is Project Build a Bear. Like literally, I got to build a whole bunch of stuff because I just got accepted into my local area's largest Christmas event. So I will become Sean the Maker in like T minus 2 days. Like, yes, use your 3D machine. You know what, Miss Linda? Okay. All right. Good idea. Yep. Very good idea. And I can make a funky looking one too. Okay. Thank you. That's a good idea. Good. Very good idea. Appreciate that. I know. Look, my mind is already on it. Yep. Very good idea. All right, guys. So I'm going for real this time. Okay. Because I got to go find me some food and I'm trying to hopefully, there's like what, 4 or 5 restaurants in the hotel. So we'll see. We'll see. Yes, I know you, Miss Linda. Look, we gonna use what we got. So, but I got to go home. The good thing is, I got all that material. We're gonna be sewing up some bowl cozies, making some popcorn bags, and then I have to get my hat bar ready because I'm gonna do all the shenanigans with the hat bar. So thank you all for joining the live. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm coming to you remote today. This is why we don't have a machine or any of that stuff, but I did want to give you some cool little nuggets about as you're starting your stuff and then as you get ready to enter into this Christmas holiday to be mindful of the things you accept. Because don't forget, if somebody brings something to you for you to embroider on it, if you jack it up, you got to replace it. So, be careful with that. So make sure it's something that you know where they got it from and how much it actually costs. Because if there's a problem, yeah, make sure you're changing your needles before your major projects because you a dull needle can jack up a lot of things. So incorporate needles in your pricing. It helps. It really helps because I change my needles with all my major jobs. It's a must because I don't want to have that problem. Miss Linda, I don't take people's stuff. That's right. Look, it is hard to do that because you want to make sure that you can source it and replace it. It becomes a thing. It really does become a thing. All right, guys. So I'm going this time. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Again, come back, stay tuned. We will definitely I will be posting and putting some things. So, Chrissy, stay tuned in the morning when you wake up. I'll probably have a picture of that zipper so you'll see what that looks like. But take care and go sew something. Bye, guys.
Sunday, Funday, oh so bright, stitching dreams in morning light, sewing fabric all day long. Thank you, watch us sing along. Great times here under the sun, threads and needles having fun. Live or replay doesn't fade. Appreciate this bond we've made. Thank you all for tuning in. On this Sunday, let's begin. Laughs and stitches hand in hand. Join us, part of this grand band. Patchwork quilts and memories, crafting moments with such ease. Week ahead, let's keep the glow.